So when you were younger, did you have goals that you set out for yourself, or do you remember like being a kid and thinking like, oh, I want to be a state champion, a wrestling college, or an NCAA champion? Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I think when I was coming up through grade school, like it was just always like striving to be like the PJWs was like the big tournament then.
Yeah,
So I was like always just striving to like be a state champ. And then I didn't really think about college wrestling until I was in high school. In my mind, I was going to be a mountain man, and then I figured out that it's hard to make a living doing that now.
professional mountain man.
Yeah, once I started wrestling at M2 and got exposed to that higher level of wrestling, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to wrestle in college now. So yeah, it was always just to be a full-time national champ. Then after that, it's like,
Right.
Just striving to be the best. And so yeah, I definitely set goals like that. And then I went through a period of time where when I was a kid, I set like rep goals. I had like one of those, like I think they're called Atom machine. You know, like the machines that hang on the wall in wrestling rooms, like a dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like set rep goals for like a week, and I'd go out and practice a certain shot like before school, like get so many reps. So I tried doing that for a while, and I think that was good, but it's not the same as wrestling someone, obviously. But
Right.
I think that was good for me, just to set a goal like that, and then be able to see myself hit that goal, and then going to practice and hitting those shots and things. I think that was goals like that were good. And then it was tough for me too, because I put a lot of pressure on myself too to achieve those goals then. So when I came up short from those goals, it was tough for me to kind of process that.
Yeah.
So then I think setting goals like that, I almost call those dreams more so than goals. I think goals for me is like, getting a schedule together, and hitting all my points in my training would be my goal now. And then my dreams are like to win the Olympics, the Nationals, the Worlds. And then I feel like for me, it just, in my brain, for whatever reason, it just helps a lot more not put so much pressure on myself to, it's not like the end all be all.
Right.
It's like, I did the process right.
Yeah.
And now I can go compete free.
Right.
And that just kind of gives me confidence when I go compete.
Yeah. So the goals are more like tasks. It's like,
correct.
Hey, my goal for this week is, X amount of reps at practice, and it's like stuff that
just like
you're in control of.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be like a numerical thing. It can just be like, hey, I'm going to go, work this technique this week. Maybe I watch the match back and I seen a little something I have a question about. Like, I'm going to go ask a question about this. And I think once I started doing that, it just helped me for whatever reason in my brain not get so fixated on that goal that I would miss out on a lot of the things along the way. And I feel like once I started doing that, I was so much more present in every day in what I was doing, and I wasn't just thinking about like, that state tournament's coming up, that national tournament's coming up. So I just started doing that. I feel like it just kind of put my mind at ease.
Right.
So. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I think Mitchell was saying something similar of just having that one idea of a title, whatever it is. Like, you can start doing whatever it takes to win, but you're not doing whatever it takes to improve.
Yep.
in whatever craft you're in.
Yeah.
And that really like changes the focus. So it sounds like you're super like process driven now. And if you do that process, the goal kind of is inevitable. How often do you still think about that goal?
I still think about it pretty often. It's like, I'm hitting all these steps to achieve that. But yeah, I think I'm just a lot more, like you're saying, process oriented now and just more present. And it's benefited a lot of aspects of my life. My school is better because I'm not just constantly thinking like that tournament's coming up or, my relationships and things. It just is really helped me just be more present and just a lot more at ease. And I've enjoyed it a lot more once I started doing that rather than just worrying about that, achieving that end all be all goal.
Yeah.
So
talk a little bit about, you brought up, the feeling after a loss or after not accomplishing a goal. Talk a little bit about how you process that and what your strategy's been like to, kind of deal with that part of the sport.
Yeah. It's been an evolution over time. When it I would lose at first. It was very difficult for me.
Yeah.
It's even like my freshman year losing the national finals. It was really difficult for me for a while. I was pretty bummed out about it, and I just felt like I didn't give myself like a fair chance. Really, like I didn't compete as well as I thought I could have. So I felt like I kind of done myself an injustice in a way. But eventually, I just kind of got back in the room and talked to the coaches, and they told me it's like, no, it can't really change it now, and all we can do is learn from it and get better. So then obviously this year coming up short, it was a lot easier for me to process it and be like, it didn't go according to the way I had planned, but I have faith in God's plan that there's something better waiting for me, even though it might not seem better to me at the time. I'm trying to work on not asking why, just trusting. And so I feel like I did a much better job of not asking why and questioning what may went wrong. I went back and I was like, I get myself under control. I got to get my weight back down, and now my team needs me to open it up on the backside and get some team points. So I feel like in this past year, with me still being able to compete after my loss, it benefited me in the fact that I could think about my teammates and not be so much like, poor me, I lost and didn't achieve my goal. So I just shifted into that. My teammates need me to score some points on the backside, and that's my mission now, and my mission is to get the next best thing. So just having that short-term memory is kind of helped me to process losses. But I just also don't get so wrapped up in it like I used to. I've lost a lot in my lifetime. So I think just like anything, once you've done it, you kind of figure out how to get better at it and take it to make something good out of it. So
yeah, absolutely.